Folks, thanks for tuning in with us today. Today, we're going through the order process for Premier Marketing's new internet lead program, generated through search engine optimization with one of our favored vendors. And at this point in time, we'll turn control over to that vendor so you have the information you need to walk through this process and take advantage of this great lead source. And here we go.
Absolutely appreciate that. So pretty much what we have today, we're going to be going through the actual order process for both of the forms. One of the forms obviously is a co-op credit form that is approved by your marketer itself, especially on the lead co-op for that specific month that is entailed to. And then there is a traditional form as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the little bit more intuitive form to begin with, and that's the actual Premier co-op form. So in order to begin this process, obviously we have to have the name, last name of the agent themselves. And a big key piece here is the email address. This email address is for the lead delivery, where the Google Drive, where you will have access to the leads itself. We'll go a little bit more in depth on the actual lead delivery phase, but this is a very, very special point that we need to have the email correct on this field itself. With that being said, so we're going through, phone number, obviously we've got to be able to have a point of contact on there. And then the month credit is very, very big because on the co-op form, this is the actual month that you're applying for those lead credits. The marketer that will be in charge of the form themselves, they will be accepting or denying based on which month that you are approved for. And so in order to populate the actual lead fields and to be able to see the lead inventory, what we're going to do here is we got two different verticals. We got Life and Medicare. On this video, we're just going to go through Life, but Medicare is the same exact sequence. So right here, you can see once we chose Life, you can see where the actual state are, the states are populated, where you can go into the inventory and you can see all the states themselves. So, for instance, we are going to go to, let's go to, I don't know, Florida. Perfect. So now we are able to, the Georgia County is populated. Oh, probably because I came over from it. Oh, that's my bad. Well, there we go. So we're going to choose Alabama on this one. We had a slight hiccup, but we can roll with it. So when the Alabama counties are populated on the inventory, you can see all of the counties that are available. You can choose one county. You can choose multiple counties. One thing that I do want to bring aware to everyone is that the more counties means more population, more of the demographic itself that we can actually show our advertising to. So the more people generally means the more lead generation volume is going to come in more efficiently itself. So right here, we're going to come in, let's say we're going to do Baldwin, Butler, Coffee, and Dale. So those areas are selected on the counties. Now, if there are some specific zip codes within those counties that, hey, this is a very, very large county. For instance, let's use California, San Diego, very, very large county, multiple different zip codes, but we can actually specify within the zip codes itself and kind of bottleneck it down and filter it to where those specific zip codes are where you are getting the leads from. You will enter those zip codes right here in this box. And so just for, this is for pure example, we're going to put, just a couple of quick zip codes. And basically, if these are real zip codes in those areas, it would tailor it down to within those counties, these are the only zip codes that are populating there. And then what we're going to do is come down to my product. So this is where we're choosing the actual product itself and where we will put in the actual lead discount. And this step is very, very important just because we have to make sure that the actual lead credit is being applied to the order itself. So we're choosing Life leads. We're going to do it at 35 on the lead quality. And you can come here and see there's a tier 1, there's a tier 2, and a tier 3. Each of the agents, obviously you will be notified what your actual lead credit is or your co-op via email from Premier Marketing, and you will be able to identify which one. So for instance, in this one, let's say that we are a tier 2 style client where we have the $240 lead credit. What we're going to do is you can see right here where on tier 2, the code is Life 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and put live 2. We're going to apply. And obviously you can see where the discount was applied. This is a very, very crucial step. We have to make sure, specifically on the co-op form, that this discount is represented in the actual total itself. Because if this discount is not represented in total, it's not correct, the marketer is going to deny the order and it's going to delay the process of getting the appropriate order in a timely fashion. So with that being said, obviously here we can see that the actual lead tier was accepted. It's good. It's deducted from the actual, the total amount itself, and you can see the actual discount being displayed there. So the next step on the co-op form, so we will be entering in our credit card details, and obviously you can see on the order, I'm only to be charged $84.14. Now, one thing with the actual credit card charge on the co-op form is that the credit card is not charged immediately. This order form is then sent to the marketer specifically where they can approve or deny the order based on the lead tier and if they're in the appropriate lead category. And that's where being able to choose which month the lead credit comes into big play, because the marketer themselves are going to approve or deny it based on those credentials that are put in. So with that being said, once the lead order has been approved, that's when a credit card charge will take place on the customer's card or the agent's card themselves. So there's some disclosures right here, and obviously you can see, yes, I applied the coupon code for the lead credit. This is just basically for any individuals that are just kind of blowing through it, and we just want to make sure, like, hey, please do not forget that coupon code, because if coupon code is not there, the lead credit is not played into the total of the card itself, the order will be denied and the process will be delayed itself. So that's the co-op order flow itself. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of share the regular form as well, likewise. And obviously very, very similar. It just doesn't have the lead co-op credentials or anything on there. Right here, credit card details. On the regular form, credit cards are charged immediately right then and there. There is no approval flow or process with the actual marketers themselves. This is when the order is being submitted for processing and sent to the queue. So now one thing I'd like to discuss is actually the processing part of the order. So once we get the order, the agent will receive an email notification. Hey, we have received your order for the Premier Digital Leads, and depending on which lead type it is as well, and that it is currently being sent to marketer for approval. Once the marketer has approved or denied, and an agent will receive an email whether they were denied or approved for their co-op co-op discount. The agent will receive that email, and then within 72 hours of that email, agents will receive an email that is just like this. So this is an example right here of what the email will look like. You will get a folder shared to you. It'll say Premier or Premier Co-op, depending on which order form that you ended up coming through, and then the agent's name likewise. Once you actually click on this email, this is what populates. So right here, you can see that the folder was shared to me, and I can click on it and go into it and actually see. This is the actual physical view of what the email will look like, and be on the lookout. Within 72 hours, you will be receiving this specific email. If you do not happen to receive this email after 72 hours, please reach out to the marketing department and let them know, hey, haven't received the folder link to where I can get access to our leads. Please only do that after 72 hours because sometimes with processing, we do get backed up a little bit, but we are going to get it handled as quickly and appropriately as we possibly can. Once we click in the actual order, the folder itself, this is basically what the agent will see if they click on it right away, because this folder is just a dummy folder. The leads have not been populated in here yet, and they will find each of the PDFs of the leads that they have. One unique factor that they can also see on the right side is their activity. This right here will tell you every single time one of the leads have came in, what time it came in, and what day, so that you can see. Now, one thing is that because all of our leads are generated in real time, if you ordered 40 leads, you're not going to click into it and see 40 leads right away. It is going to take time in order to process and fulfill that order. There's multiple different variables that play into that on the order processing time and how long it takes to fulfill an order based on populations, demographics, and geographical locations as well. But with that being said, that is the order process that everyone can expect to see from the beginning of the order form to where the leads are actually found and placed at. For ongoing and reoccurring orders, you will receive access to the same exact folder and same sequence itself. Everything will be populated into that folder. Any new lead campaigns will be sent to this folder itself. One of the unique things about a Google Drive is that you can actually utilize sub-compartment folders. So one thing is you can come in here, used or sold. Let's do sold. Sold, create. So any of the leads that you have sold, you can drag and drop them into the sold folder, or follow up. There we go. So on and so forth. You can create as many folders as you want, and you can drag and drop those leads into there so that you can decipher and allocate the leads in your folder based how you want to allocate them. But with that being said, that is the order flow process itself. Like I said, it does take up to 72 hours for an individual to get their order process and their link to their folder for the first time. Typically, it's 48 hours on reoccurring and secondary orders that are coming through where their Google folder has already been created and generated itself. But just to fully capture the entire process, that is the process itself. Like I said, just want to kind of capitalize again, 72 hours, wait 72 hours. And if you haven't received that, please reach out to your marketer so that we can get you a direct physical link to your folder that you can access to it through the actual email that was provided on the order form itself. And that pretty much encloses the entire order process for the digital leads.
Awesome. I thank you, sir. I want to repeat that your point of contact for this lead program is your agent success manager that you have with Premier, your marketer, and they will be the person that works with you through this process. And if you qualify for co-op, they're going to be the ones that will be able to tell you what that is and how it works specifically for you. So thank you once again for viewing today's presentation. We hope this will clear up any questions you have as to how you go in and take advantage of this new lead program and how we can make it work for you. So that said, until we're able to visit with you, we wish you good selling.